What it do, everybody? It's your boy Jornell144, and I'm back with another update video on DavorCoin. Today we have a Q&A with one of the developers from DavorCoin. His name is Julien. Stay tuned.
Whenever the ice go, couple more shots, ain't no telling when we might go. To the Mariana, we can take it to the track. Spitting on my mic, should've put it on the track. Fuck around and have you butt naked on my snap with your legs in the air, got you shaking on your back like, wait, I think she catching the seizure. Or my old hoes tell me I'm catching amnesia.
Okay, guys, let's get right into it. And for those of you who are gonna be like, oh, this, how do you know for sure this is the real DavorCoin developer, or how do you know this is really him? Well, it gets proved inside the chat. So just follow me and you'll see that it's actually him in a little bit. Okay, so he started with saying, hello guys, it's Julien. I know you have many questions for me, so I'm ready to answer. The one who's going to be asking the questions, his name is Donald. He says, hello Julien, this is Donald. I created the channel. And then he says, yes, it's me. Julien, I have a list of questions for you. So right now what happens is Julien responds to one of the questions that was asked prior to this. He goes, we did not feel it was desperate at all. We wanted to bring excitement in a period that is not excited at all. And he's talking right here about the $1 million lottery, because some people say that he did it in a desperate time. So he's saying pretty much that it's not. He didn't do it out of desperation. That they did it out of just trying to bring excitement to the crypto space. Yesterday we all got together and made a list of questions. I want to go over them now with you. Okay, let's go. Okay, first we would like to know the status of Davor as a platform. What do you mean by what is the status? Okay, so with everything going on in crypto and all of the lending programs, we are wondering how Davor is doing. He said, okay, I see. Well, things are, let's say, different. We were doing so well until the day BitConnect stopped. It's like we have hit a wall. But when you look deep, it does not make any difference for us that BitConnect stopped. It could have also been good news because we could have got all the community from BitConnect because we were the only great platform alive. But instead of that, they have been fear everywhere, and it has made the things very complicated up to where it is now. It's a shame because everything has been made to work right. So pretty much what he's saying there was that when BitConnect stopped, it could have been good news or bad news. It could have been good news because everyone from BitConnect could have came to DavorCoin because DavorCoin was doing so well at that time. Or it could have been bad news because everybody would have been afraid to join a lending platform after BitConnect, which was around for so long, fell. So it could have went either way, but it wound up going the negative way. Why? Because we're humans, and humans always want to go to the negative. Everybody wants to be negative and cry and be afraid of things. So that's pretty much what he was saying there. Everyone is wondering how Davor will be different than BitConnect. He responds, BitConnect has been here for a very long time, more than a year. We know that they had connections in the US, and that's why they had issues with them. That's the only thing that made them stop. We have since the beginning explained that privacy was important because you cannot settle a crypto in a country where you do not know how regulations is going to change or not in the next few weeks. What could we have done if, for example, we chose to settle in Switzerland and then next week Switzerland decided to ban all of crypto? We would have had to close. So by having been anonymous since the beginning, we've been safer than BitConnect regarding regulations. So pretty much what they're saying is BitConnect got shut down because they had ties with the US government. And when the US government came out with new regulations that were against what they were doing, what BitConnect was doing, that's why they had to wind up closing because they had a disagreement with the US. So what DavorCoin is saying that since the beginning, they have had no ties with any government. It's been decentralized. So DavorCoin is a decentralized currency, whether that's for the good or the bad. It could be good because no government can tell them to shut down, but it can be bad because they can do whatever they want with our money. But you know me, I'm positive and I'm optimistic, so I'm gonna say that's a good thing because no one can tell them what to do, pretty much. We would like to know what plans you have to up the communication with all of us investors so we can have talks like this. Julien said, we have 4 social medias: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Telegram. Everyone can post comments and discuss with the community except for on Telegram. I know there is a DavorCoin community group. That's a great initiative. He's talking about the community group that I will be leaving inside the description below. I think that you can find places everywhere to discuss within the community, and we have chosen not to officialize your Telegram group so that you have a space that's 100% free from us. I think it's nice to have that. I agree. We do whatever we want in that group chat. I do understand that. However, there are so many fake profiles everywhere who are getting scammed. So we we're wondering if there's a way to communicate more on a level such as this. Most lending programs have an official Telegram to speak to the developer teams. He said, I know we have this issue on Facebook with someone who created lots of DavorCoin pages and answering the messages. We are banning him as fast as we can. Okay, so right here's where we're going to start seeing that this is actually him. So he goes, God, somebody else wrote, guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but how could we get confirmation that this Julien is actually the real developer for Davor? If you could send me an email at whatever this email was from the Plutonium Davor mailbox saying hi, it will verify that this is actually legitimate because people are already fudding. Once again, I apologize for interrupting. Now here I'm going to take a pause to show you guys what the Davor email is. So this is the Davor email right here. platinum@davor.io. I've emailed them before and they've responded to me, so I know that this is really them. Donald said, Julien has my email address. Julien, can you please send me another email confirming for these investors? Julien said, yes, but you need to understand that our community is really huge. For example, we were doing private messages on Facebook, but once people were seeing us answering questions, they were not stopping asking questions, giving their advice, and so on. We can answer hundreds of thousands or persons. Okay, so he's pretty much saying that he can't answer everybody because that would take forever. Everybody would just keep asking questions. Okay, so Julien said, I've sent an email to the person who invited me to prove that's me. Indeed. All it needs to say is hi from the Platinum mailbox to my inbox, and then we can confirm that this is authentic. Once again, I apologize, Julien. I apologize for interrupting, but until someone has verified that Julien is real, we won't take any of these answers seriously. CryptoStorm said, he just emailed me, guys, so it's legit. Okay, so Platinum wrote to Donald saying, it's me on Telegram, just to answer the guys that are not sure. So that's his email right there. So Julien responded through the Davor email account. So the third question is, what can you do to assure us that our capital is safe with Davor? I can tell you that our system is strong. If you remember what I was saying since the very beginning, our only objective was to be long-term players. So we've built a very safe platform. If you look at all the attacks we've had, we've been able to clear them in a very short time. Before BitConnect shut down, we both had the same attack. They took 2 days to solve it, and it took us 2 hours. So we've proved that we've worked hard to create a safe environment to protect everyone's capital. What things are you doing, though, that is protecting our capital? Is we were wanting to know the financial stability of Davor itself at the moment. So Julien said, technically, it's to create the safest program as possible so you won't have issues like other platforms saying we've been hacked, they took everything. This will not happen with us. And second, we have algorithms with stop loss and some trading techniques to secure all positions. If there was no glitch, some YouTubers made fake videos. We've checked our systems and their accounts. They only did new lendings of the same amounts, and they pretended their lending wallets was not deducted, but it was all fake. We never had a glitch. These guys are crazy. They don't know what to invent to attract an audience. At this moment, for your question number 4, the overall environment is complicated with all cryptocurrencies falling apart. So it's much harder to make profits, but that does not mean we're losing money either. So pretty much he's saying that the crypto market itself is doing very bad. So that is the reason why they're not able to pay out the best interest rates. But since the crypto market is falling apart, that doesn't mean that they lost our money. They still have all our money, and they're still trading because they set up stop losses to avoid them losing all our money. So is Davor still in a positive position? Julien said yes. We are wanting to know what are the biggest struggles you're having and what we can do as a community to help assist you and us. Our biggest struggles are external factors, and that's what is horrible. It all comes from outside us, outside what we are doing. It all comes from fear, confidence, and what many people are using to add the FUD. I'm sure this FUD, guys, are people that haven't enough money to invest or don't have the balls to do it. But if I can turn this struggle into hope, I will say that if the Bitcoin comes back, I'm sure it will have a huge positive impact on us. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but when Bitcoin goes up, we were going up higher than Bitcoin. But when Bitcoin goes down, we're going down even lower than Bitcoin. So he's trying to say that what Bitcoin does is in direct correlation with how we're doing because they trade Bitcoin. That's the next question, Julien. If the Bitcoin continues to crash, what is the next move for us? Does Davor have the capital to make sure that the current investors aren't left broke? Julien said, until now, when Bitcoin goes down, we go down even harder. That's pure observation. I'm talking about DAV price. As I said before, that does not mean we're losing money. So what he's trying to say is that because the price of Davor goes down, that doesn't mean they lost money. The price of Davor and the money that they have for us is two different things. The price of Davor is just the price of Davor, but their money to pay us out and their money to trade, that has nothing to do. They have nothing to do with each other. So don't think, oh, because the Davor price is going down, that has anything to do with us losing our loans or us not getting paid or anything like that. So Donald said, Julien, we appreciate that. Do you have a limit at which Davor would need to close up, like a BTC floor or something? No, we don't have any limit for that. So there's no limit for the Davor to just close up because Bitcoin crashed so much. So next question. A lot of people feel that Davor is only sustainable by new investors and not the current ones. What's your take on that? Of course, if we have less investors, price will go down. That's supply and demand. We need new people on board to buy DAV from users selling their interests or selling the DAV they are holding. If the buyer power is less than the selling power, price will go down. That's what's happening now. With the Bitcoin fall, less people want to buy Bitcoin, and with BitConnect stop lending, that's less people willing to buy from lending platforms. That's the double effect. He's saying that that we do need people that are coming in to buy DAV because that's the only way we can sell our DAV for the current prices. But as far as them paying us money, they have nothing to do with each other. He's also saying that Bitcoin dropping and BitConnect ending is the double effect. That's why DavorCoin is doing so bad, because a lot of people are afraid of lending platforms, and also the market itself is not doing good. So with those two happening at the same time, that's why Davor is doing so bad. And since they were the #1 lending platform, they're taking the most heat right now, if you notice. That's a fact, Julien. If they decide that Davor needs to close down, will the current investors be able to recoup their investments? Julien says again, we are not planning to close down! I'm not seeing any reason why we would close down now. For me, it has only started. I've been asked for this since the first day of the ICO. I understand this concern, but my answer has not changed. So he's saying, there is no reason for Davor to end. The price of Davor has nothing to do with them paying us out. There is no government that can tell them what to do. So with those two factors in hand, we don't need to be worried that Davor is about to close down. There's no reason. They want to do this for the long term. And if what he's saying is true, then we can all have faith that we're going to be around for a long time. Next question. With the cease and desist and everything, if some state came after you in the same manner, what would that stop you? As I explained above, this kind of thing should not stop us. Okay, next question. We wanted to ask you about the notice from HedgeConnect. The impact of that on Davor. What was it real to begin with? So here's the answer to that, guys. Thanks for asking about that. If you had not asked me, I would have said it at the end. HedgeConnect is bullshit. So this is DavorCoin responding to HedgeConnect. HedgeConnect is bullshit. They sent me an email a few weeks ago asking how to invest in Davor. I replied with the normal answers, and they said okay. So can I announce publicity? We have an agreement? ? That's what the HedgeConnect said. I said an agreement of what? They said that we will invest in Davor. I said anyone can invest in Davor. I'm sure that from the beginning, they were not planning on investing at all. They've just used our name to make their ICO work, and now they just pretend they don't want to invest anymore so they can keep the money. Woo! So pretty much, HedgeConnect goes to them and says, hey, can I give you some money? Can I invest some money into you? They say, yeah, sure. Anybody can invest some money into us. Then they go, so do we have a deal? What deal? You want to invest money into us? Sure, do it. Go ahead. Then they want to go around. Then they want to use that to blow it up, right? They say, can we have a deal so we can use your name pretty much to blow us up, right? He says, yeah, go ahead, do your thing. They go and they use their name, and then they turn around and say, hey, you know what? Never mind. DavorCoin is not responding to us. We don't like how they're doing business and all the bad stuff that they said. We're not doing it anymore. So they got popular off the name of DavorCoin, and then they kept the money at the same time. There was never any deal. That's some shady shiznit HedgeConnect. Wow. We wanted to ask about the arbitrage. We wanted to know if it was trading normally. The rates are extremely low. Julien said, the instability of the market makes arbitrage harder these days, since the Bitcoin fall, but it happens. It's normal market conditions. We have the same in every stock market. So these are not the best of days for arbitrage for sure, but we will have better conditions like we had in December. So they're just pretty much saying that Bitcoin's going down. That's why it's not easy to make money. And that's for everybody, guys. Nobody's able to make that much money outside. I mean, unless you're trading and micromanaging it, and you can make money, but you're not making the best money in these markets right now. So obviously they can't make the best money either because they're trading Bitcoin. That's why they can't pay us out so high. So they asked him about the Paris trip, and he just responded saying it was nice, that nobody from America came, but it was a good time. Pretty much, not that important. So he said, we would like to know what are your next goals. Julien said, every day when I wake up, it's a new fight based on market conditions. Our goal is to maintain our community during this storm period so that they will be ready to go back where we should be once the sun will come back in the market. We're always thinking of strategies to help, but I strongly think that we mostly need a better environment. So he's just saying pretty much that he's thinking of different strategies to help us out, to help Davor Coin, the price of Davor, to go up and everything like that. But right now the market is just doing bad, so that's really not much that they can do with the price of Davor. They asked, will you be adding altcoins to the platform? Yes, we want to add Ethereum first, but we need to find the right way to do it first, because it means either we need to make the exchange between BTC and Ethereum, or we need another exchange only on Ethereum. But yes, that will be the next move for sure. That's good, guys. So we're gonna be bringing Ethereum inside to start into an exchange soon. But for now, he has to figure out exactly if it's gonna be Ethereum to Bitcoin, they can go back and forth, or if it's just gonna be Ethereum to DAV. So they'll need a whole new exchange for that. So Julien said, it was nice chatting with you guys. Thanks for the questions. Have a nice day or evening, depending where you are. So you guys heard it from the horse's mouth. He actually came out and spoke, and there's actually more proof, and I'll show you guys right now. Hold on. Okay, if you guys can see this, he says, your cover will be blown soon enough. I apologize if this is the real Julien. So he's pretty much like pressing this guy, saying, if this is not the real you, your cover is going to be blown soon enough, because I'm emailing him. I'm emailing the real Davor Coin guy, whatever. So this is what the email was. Someone is posing as Julien on Telegram. Urgent. Please see attached image. Could you tell me if this is legit or fake? Thanks. Julien says, the platinum affiliate, the Davor Coin account says, it's me. So then he answers saying, I've answered you. See over here? So then Julien responded again after he wrote all that, saying your cover will be blown soon enough, and then Julien responded, I answered you. And that's why it says and then he answered him in the actual email. And then Donald said, I apologize, and Julien said, don't worry, I understand. So that's legit proof that was actually Julien the whole time. So let's go, guys. Look, you know what that means for us? That means we have nothing to worry about. If everything that he said was true, then the price of Davor Coin going down is irrelevant. They still have our money. They're going to be paying us out interest no matter what. Now, the interest being low is because the market is down. When the market picks back up, then the interest will start rising slowly. But the interest payouts and our own DAV price has nothing to do with each other. And this is not for all the FUD and the haters. People that hate this, if you don't like what I'm talking about, just get off the channel. This has nothing to do with you. But for us who are invested, this is for you guys. And I'm going to be leaving the Telegram group chat link in the description below. So go check there. That's where you're going to find the Telegram group chat. Okay, guys. So if you look over here, my lending wallet has $96 in it. I just made that. Like at 5 o'clock, I just got that. My Davor Coin wallet, I have 156 DAV coins, which is worth $682 because DAV is at 436 right now. I actually sold my DAV earlier, bought some NEO, was able to get money from NEO, and then I sold the NEO, sent my Bitcoin back to Davor Coin, and was able to buy more DAV coins. And the reason why I'm buying right now is because now I have more faith than I even had before. And you guys know me, I'm faithful. I have more faith than I had before. So now I'm buying, and I'm just gonna keep holding. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys that I'm buying. I'm gonna buy some more right now. Well, I'm not gonna buy more. I'm gonna transfer my DAV, my lending wallet into DAV. Get 22 more. Boom. I got 178 DAV coins, which is worth $779. So I'm expecting this. We're gonna do well. So I don't care, man. I'm rocking with Dav to the end. That's where we at right now. I'm rocking with them because he actually came out and spoke to us. And now that I know that there's no government that can tell them that they have to shut down, and now that I know that our interest rates have nothing to do with the price of Dav, I just trust them that much more now. And that's for me personally, guys. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm not telling you guys what to do. And for everybody who does not like Dav that are watching this right now, look, guys, I don't personally care about Davor Coin, but they are able. If something is able to make me money, I'm gonna use it. And right now, I have no other choice but to be in because my money's already in. Okay, guys. So I'm not saying this is a great thing or a bad thing. Whether you want to get in and stay in, hey, that's up to you. But for us who are in, this is good news for us. So today is February 2nd, and so far I've made $11,337 on the platform. The new interest rate hasn't come out yet, so won't be talking about that. And if you guys look at my affiliate commissions, I have $0 in commissions. I never use my own affiliate link, my own referral link. I only use the referral links of my subscribers. So if you're new here, subscribe to me and comment your referral link in the comment section below, and I'll be randomly choosing someone to put in my description for my next video. Alright guys, like, subscribe, comment. Love you guys. Holla.